Hello, writers. I'm Karena from spalmorum, and today I'm talking more about writer's block. When you have writer's block, a lot of you worry that you're wasting your time, and I get that. It's so hard to actually put time aside for writing in the first place that when you've done that, you feel like you've won a major battle, and then the writer's block just gets you right back where you were, and you think, oh my God, I'm not making any progress. And it's so frustrating. And it's actually really dangerous because it tells your brain that writing or sitting there hoping to write is an activity that is wasting time. And that is the last thing that you need because your brain needs to be trained into knowing that writing is a great use of your time. So, what do you do if the words just aren't coming out and you're sitting there at your desk? I'm going to give you a list of a bunch of things that you can do in 1 minute or 2 minutes at most that are going to further your writing career or your writing platform. It's going to get you further than you were, and it's going to also retrain your brain into thinking, okay, I got something done and now let's start writing again. So it's a little reset, I find. So let's get started. Before that, don't forget to sign up, subscribe, comment below if you like what I'm saying or if you think I missed something. And also don't forget to hit the little bell so that you'll be alerted whenever I have a new video coming out, because I'm going to get you guys all the information you need to go from aspiring writer to successful author. So what are these things? Okay, let's go through a bunch of them. They take no time at all. Thing number one that you can do, I really recommend, it's super important. People forget to do it. Back up your computer. So many of you lose valuable files and it is a tragedy, especially when you're a writer. You'll never get those words back. So why don't you back up your computer, your writing files at least, to an exterior drive? And it's going to feel a lot better because sometimes you have this panic about losing your work and you don't realize that that panic is in the back of your mind. It's a real relief when you know that you've backed everything up. Thing number two, why don't you answer a writing related email? We all get those emails that are these opportunities from either, things to market your book or opportunities to write an article somewhere or, notes from your editor, whatever that may be. We all have some emails we haven't addressed about our writing. Find one, answer it, and you'll feel a lot better. Other things that make you feel better is clear your desktop, both your physical desktop, if you have drink containers, food containers, and your computer desktop. These things, again, in the back of your mind, it kind of signals that your thoughts are going to be disorganized, your work is disorganized. It's a little bit anxiety producing, and I'm a messy person, I get it. And I know that cleaning stuff up does make me feel a lot better. And I'm sure it does for you as well. And it takes no time. It's just a question of doing it. And so when you're sitting there all desperate with writer's block, couldn't be better. Another thing that is good for you and that we forget to do is hydrating. Why don't you go get yourself a glass of water, sparkling water, any kind of beverage, alcoholic or otherwise. It's fine. Hydration is key. It helps you to think. Walking to your kitchen and back is going to help you to kind of clear your mind, and you sit down and you've reset. You're ready to go. Also, another thing that you can do is you can do a plank. Do a plank for a minute. That is great. It's going to get your blood circulating. It's going to get, and believe me, if you do enough planks, you're going to be, A, you'll be in better shape. B, you're going to be so frustrated with the planks that writing is going to be a great alternative. Another thing that you can do is you can go, I'm giving you permission, go onto social media and, do a few things that are going to further your writing platform, whether that is posting something of your own or commenting on another writer's account in a positive way. It's great to build community and, every little interaction counts, and put something out there into the world. Speaking of social media, in a minute or two, you can literally fill in a whole calendar with a month's worth of content. So just thematically, just brainstorm those things and just fill in the calendar about what you're going to be posting about, and you'll feel a lot better because you'll have a plan. You can also unsubscribe from unessential emails. So go through your email, unsubscribe. It's just like cleaning your real desktop or your computer desktop. It feels really good when you open your email box and you don't have all of this stuff that no longer interests you in there, and it takes such a short time to do it that it's great to go do that. But the other thing is when you're unsubscribing, you might see another message from somebody, that you are so used to getting into your inbox. And before you're about to push that unsubscribe button, you might get a little nugget of information from them. So it's kind of worth revisiting those and deciding whether you really want to get rid of them. You can also read a page from one of your favorite authors or journalists. Just reading a page is going to get you a little bit more inspired. It's going to take your mind off of your own shitty writing and onto something that you enjoy. I think that's a major, major positive thing to do. Another thing that you can do is read a news digest. Often the news is going to be, I mean, sometimes, reality is stranger than fiction. You can get a little idea, and also at least you'll have something to talk about at your next dinner party. You can call and, check your prescription or something for your medication if you have one, ADD medication or, depression medication. Taking care of yourself is really important. And sometimes we don't make those appointments, for your doctor or for your pharmacist. And that's a really good thing to do. Another great thing to do is, why don't you call up a writer friend and tell them, listen, I'm on a ticking clock. Let's talk for 2 minutes and catch up. Hearing their voice, hearing what they're up to is major, or send a couple texts to them. But really, I think that picking up the phone and talking to them is major. It's a good change. I also recommend, for a minute, dictate just pure drivel into your phone. And you can use that as a jumping off point for a chapter, or for even a whole completely different story. But it's a really good thing to do. Another thing you can do is, speaking of calendars, I talked about your editorial calendar. Look at the local bookstore or library calendar. Find a list of events that you can attend that are, based on writing. Go listen to an author speaking, or go to a book signing, go to a book group. But it's great to get some literary events that you can attend in your calendar. You don't have to do them all, but it's great to have the option. Another fun thing to do is that you can go through your calendar and cancel one non-essential appointment. It feels good, and it will save you time in the future that you can devote to writing as well. Even if you were to do all of those things, you would still have about 1,400 minutes left in your day to devote to writing. I don't recommend doing all of those things at once, because I think it's good to keep them in your back pocket. It's just kind of a mindless thing where you're thinking, okay, you know what? I wasn't wasting my time. I actually took a minute to do something that was going to further my career as a writer. I didn't have to think about it too much. Even though I had writer's block, I didn't do nothing. And that's a great feeling. Just psychologically, anything that makes you feel better and be less fearful of the fact that you're failing in what you wanted to do is going to be a successful task. So that's it, you guys. I hope that helped. Comment down below if you have any other things that one can do in 2 minutes or less. And I will see you guys next time. In the meantime, keep writing.